Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Pop's Perspective. I wanted to start off today though by saying something that these videos that I'm sharing with you, they're just things that I think about, things that I aspire to. So don't look at these videos and think, oh, he thinks he's got this handled already. I surely don't. These are things that I'm learning as I go through life. And this video is a perfect example of that. It's interesting from my faith perspective. One of the things that I've learned is that my responsibility towards other people is not to judge them and is not to change them. My responsibility is to love them, right? I'm not about changing you. I'm not about judging you. At least I shouldn't be. I should be about loving you. And when you start to embrace that a little bit, it causes you to step back and, I don't know, hopefully get a little more humble, but minimally just kind of guard yourself a little bit. In my relationships with other people, I'm responsible for what I do. I'm not responsible for what they do. So independent of what they do, I'm responsibility. I have the responsibility for what I do. Some of you might know that my profession is I'm a special ed professor, and a lot of the work I've done throughout my life has been with adults with intellectual disabilities. And so I'm trying to teach them all the time different things. Social skills are difficult for them, and so I kind of try to give strategies to help them with social skills. And I'll never forget, I was teaching one time about how someone may call you a bad name. What do you do if someone calls you a bad name? Because people with disabilities often not, hopefully not that often, but can sometimes be spoken of very negatively. And so the thing I did is on a whiteboard, I drew a picture of a person and another person standing next to them, and kind of like that person speaking, and then drew a picture of a pig, as if that person was saying to the other person, "You're a pig." And it was hilarious because there was this dear man. So this is probably 40 years ago, but there was this dear man with severe intellectual disabilities in the group who became a dear friend of mine. His name is Gary Greer. I've lost track of him, but he made the connection. And it was so funny. For the rest of my time knowing him, whenever I would see him, he immediately would come up to me and say, "Jeff, you know what I'm going to do if somebody says fat pigs? I'm going to walk away." And so that was the lesson that I told him. Don't get in an argument, whatever. If someone is unkind to you, you're responsible for what you do. And so you walk away. And once again, it was hilarious. To this day, if I was to see him today, I don't know if he's still even alive. The first thing he would say to me is, "Hey, Jeff, you know what I'd do? If someone calls me fat pigs, I'm going to walk away." And that's brilliant, right? That's brilliant. Don't get in an argument. Don't kind of answer back with negativity yourself. You are responsible for what you do. And if you're in a situation like that, the best thing you can do is walk away. But ideally, in your interactions with other people, keep that in the back of your mind. My responsibility is not to change you, and my responsibility is not to judge you. At my best, my responsibility is to love you. So that's something that I aspire to. Maybe it's something that you'll find helpful in your life. Thank you so much for tuning in to Pop's Perspective. I appreciate your stopping by.